Nothing has been the same since you've been gone. Since you left, things have been kind of slow moving. Nothing's really progressing, nothing's really heating up. And it's because you had the solutions, you had the skills, you had the techniques, you had the expertise, you had the humbleness, you had the respect. Not only self-respect, but respect, beyond yourself for humanity, for the people around you, for your community. Nothing has been the same since. Nope. And your absence has a long lasting sensation. No doubt your absence makes people feel unnerved, actually uncomfortable with the fact that you're no longer here. You know what I mean? That you're no longer amongst various groups, certain groups of people. Like, you'd rather just not be around. You'd rather just do your own thing. You'd rather be by yourself in some situations, right? So your absence speaks volumes. Okay, and it's a lot of people who feel like nothing's been the same since. Right, it's not been the same, it's not the same vibe, it's not the same party, it's not the same energy. You not being there, it's just a whole different story, and it feels like it has like a really bad ending. It's like a never ending story, a never ending story of confusion. Because you're somebody who's quite grand in spirit. You're somebody who's probably the life of the party. So when the life of the party's not there, it doesn't feel like no type of party. They know, right? Nothing's been the same. Nothing has been the same. Everything has been in disarray because you're no longer around and you're no longer able to offer your expertise. The vibes, are no longer feeling great or feeling grand because you're just not around anymore. Perhaps there was too much disrespect. It could have been that. It could have been infidelity. There could have been a lot of things happening, disrespect in the workplace, certain things where you were being mistreated and you just said, nah, I can't be a part of this anymore. I'm going to, respectfully remove myself from the situation because this is no longer serving me. So ever since you left, nothing has been the same in that workplace, in that family, amongst that friend group. It's anything that you could have been a part of. It's like people feel like now that you're no longer around, things are kind of like tedious, more of a struggle, more of a headache. And maybe you alleviated all of those symptoms. Maybe you could have alleviated the stress and the anxiety and the tension in a lot of situations. Perhaps you were the peacemaker, but nobody wanted to make peace with you. Nobody wanted to be at peace with who you were as a person. So they tried to change you or tried to get you to conform. And maybe you weren't with that. I know I'm not, so it's like, if nothing has been the same. Sometimes when you are the target, people have a punching bag. They have their fall guy, they have their fall woman, they have somebody to get at their disposal. When you take yourself out of the situation where disrespect will no longer be an option, people start fighting each other. Things are not the same. It's like before it was you that they were fighting with, but now that you're no longer around, they can't fight you, so they fight each other. All right. Because sometimes people bond over their dislike for you. And so when you're no longer around for everybody to gang up on and dislike, now they dislike each other, they turn on each other. Nothing's the same. It never used to be like that, but now it is. And it's just crazy to see that your absence speaks volumes. Your absence leaves a void. Your absence, it makes people feel like they got to live when you were around, people felt like they could live vicariously through you. Now that you're no longer around, they cannot achieve that. So they start turning on each other, hating on each other. Their plans fall apart. They have nothing to fight for anymore. They have no one to fight with. You're the person that got away. You're the lucky one. Where people made you feel unlucky or unwanted. Now that you're no longer around, people see now you were the one that they really needed. Now they want you back, but they can't get you back. Now that you're no longer around to be that scapegoat or the punching bag. Everybody's punching the air right now, right? Upset, up in arms because they cannot get at you, because they cannot trick you. Nothing's been the same. Ever since you've been gone, nothing has been the same as it used to be. Everything is in disarray, right? While your life is looking quite clear, your path is looking wonderful. Your future is looking bright because you removed yourself from your life's toxins. You've removed yourself from negativity and despair as much as you can, of course. You know, there's despair everywhere, there's negativity everywhere, but we mitigate that, don't we? By trying to, take care of ourselves and take stock of our surroundings, take stock of the dynamics that we're a part of. We did our part, keep working, keep healing, all of that beautiful stuff. Nothing has been the same since you've been gone. All right, everybody, keep going up in your own lane, no doubt.